What's up guys, welcome back to another video. It is Monday morning right now and I wanted to do like a March goals slash like a day in the life to show you how I'm implementing everything kind of video. But last week or 2 weeks ago I also shared on my Instagram that I wanted to share, I think this is dirty, and if it is, just ignore it. I got a bunch of stuff on it the other day. But I wanted to share my iced bulletproof coffee recipe because I've been getting so many questions about it, and also my chia seed pudding recipe because I've been getting a lot of questions about that too. So I'm going to share both of those recipes in this video, my goals, a little update on my life. It is 8:40 right now. I slept in a little today. I was really tired yesterday and I don't really know why because I didn't like not get enough sleep the night before, but I slept in a little today to let my body rest, and I drank my water, I did my visualization, and now it's time to have my coffee, the best time of the morning. If you're new here, welcome to my dark kitchen. 11 months, guys, we will be getting a bright kitchen somewhere. But anyway, I'm going to show you guys what you need and then how to make it. I'm not going to go into detail right now on what bulletproof coffee is. I recommend just looking it up. So I have this coffee from yesterday, and then Ben made coffee this morning, so I'm just going to splash it with this because it's not really hot anymore. And then you also need MCT oil. My favorite brand is probably Onnit, O-N-N-I-T. But this is a really good brand too. I like this. You can get it at like Whole Foods, Wegmans, Vitamin Shop, any of those kind of places. And then you also need some stevia, but you want to make sure the only ingredient is stevia, organic stevia extract. Like this has 622 servings in it because stevia is like extremely potent if it's pure, so make sure your stevia is pure. All right, and then I'm just gonna show you guys how to do it.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes.
I feel like such a grandma when I wear my robe in the morning. It's just so cozy. Creamy. This actually like isn't as creamy as it usually gets. I think because I didn't use as much MCT today, but I have to give you guys a couple little notes or else it won't work. There's two other options. I'm so sorry if you can hear that. Two other options of healthy fats that you can add to bulletproof coffee are grass-fed unsalted butter, which if you do that, Vital Farms is a good brand. And then coconut oil is another option. It will give it like a coconutty flavor, whereas MCT doesn't give it that flavor, even though it comes from coconuts. With coconut oil or the butter, if you do iced, it will harden when you blend it, and it's disgusting. So if you do iced, and I know spring's coming up north, summer, etc., you need to have MCT oil or brain octane oil, which MCT oil is like a super concentrated coconut oil for simple explanation, and then brain octane oil is basically like a super concentrated MCT oil. So brain octane oil is gonna have the most cognitive benefit, but brain octane oil is also pretty intense, personally at least for like my stomach, for some of my clients' stomachs. Like it's just a very potent oil, if that makes sense. I really recommend MCT, I absolutely love it. Anyway, yeah, you need MCT for iced or brain octane oil. If you're doing hot, you can do coconut oil and or grass-fed butter. I always do around 1 tablespoon of MCT, but I would recommend starting either with coconut oil and doing a tablespoon and doing hot, or doing like half of a tablespoon of MCT and just see how you feel, because MCT too is like a very potent oil. I don't really know what other word to give it, but like it can mess with your stomach a little bit at first until your body's used to it. Some girls just start drinking it and they're completely fine, but I just want to give you a forewarning that like it might mess with your stomach for a couple days until your body adjusts to it. I always get asked if you can use a hand frother for it, and you can. It will mix it. Like if you just pour the oil in, whether it's hot or cold, it'll just like separate. So if you use the hand frother, it will mix it, but it's not going to blend it and make it creamy. And like I said, this isn't even as creamy as it usually gets because I didn't use as much MCT, and it kind of got watered down because it wasn't super cold. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, you can use a hand frother. It's just not gonna get creamy. So if you're going for like the creamy effect, you actually have to blend it for like 10 to 15 seconds and you will have a perfectly creamy iced coffee. I promise you guys. I know this like kind of looks creamy, but it's usually like 2 times as like light colored and like creamy as this. I've said creamy like 8 times. But anyway, I'm gonna drink this. I will see you guys in a little bit before the gym, and I hope you enjoy the video. All right guys, so it is a lot later. It's 2 o'clock. I basically had like this really tiny tweak to make on the new platform that I'm using for Holistic Refresh. I thought it was gonna take like 10 minutes today, and it took almost 4 hours. So here we are, going to the gym at 2. I've had 2 meals though, so I feel really good. I did fast for a long time today. My water was leaking, but I literally look like I'm driving somewhere right now, but no. I'm literally just sitting in my car because it's too windy to record standing outside of my car right now, but I'm just gonna walk to the gym after this. Okay, so I wrote down my goals the other day. I wanted to share them with you because I know for my life update video that I made at the beginning of this month, or I should say last month, I shared how me and Ben were not eating meat for February. We may or may not have cheated on the 29th because we considered it not really part of February, since it's not usually part of February, you know? So yeah, but for the majority of the month, for like 98% of the month, we didn't have any meat, and it felt really good. But more so than that, it was just fun to like discipline ourselves in like a dietary, nutritional way, because we both just eat intuitively, and we have for a really long time. So it was just like fun to mix it up and like be more disciplined in some fashion of how we ate. So I wanted to do something like that again this month. And when I was making my balanced leader search video, I was talking about like how a lot of my journey started with counting macros, and it just got me thinking that it'd be fun to do like macro March. So I'm counting macros for March, and so is Ben. We're only going to do Monday through Friday, and then the weekends we'll just like loosely track / like not really track, but like still be mindful. And I'm really excited because I've always gotten really good results from counting macros. I just don't like any type of restriction when eating, so that's why I don't do it, but I've always felt good from it. It's definitely, for me, like the most disciplined act of like eating, because I've eaten intuitively for almost 4 years now. So like to have to like be like, oh, I want 3 tablespoons of tahini on this salad, and like my macros say I can only fit a tablespoon, like that's not super easy for me. So it's definitely gonna take some discipline, but I'm excited to get creative with it and just like, yeah, just do it. And if you guys are like newer here, I did track macros for like 2 years and do like macro coaching and stuff. So it was a really big part of my life, but just hasn't been in my life at all for years. In regards to my workout goals, definitely partially sharing this just to help hold myself accountable. But my workout goals, I really just want to like get serious about my fitness this month, because I consistently work out like 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6 times a week, but I feel like I'm so much more fit right now than I look, if you know what I mean. Get away, bug. So I just want to like take it up another little notch and just push myself physically as well. Right now, little backstory, I'm doing like around 4 on average, 4 HIIT workouts a week. They're not like bodyweight HIIT, they're like lifting HIIT workouts. But this month, I'm gonna go on 1 run a week. I'm gonna do 2 steady state cardio sessions a week, because I really like cardio, I just never do it. 2 lifts at the gym, 2 to 3 home HIIT workouts, and then stretch 5 to 15 minutes every day. So for my workouts, I have like 7 spots for each week, and I'm gonna write like, yesterday I stretched but I didn't put it in. Today I'll write like what I'm gonna go do in the gym right now. And then for my macros, I have the same thing. I have Monday through Friday for each of the 4 weeks, and I'm just gonna write what my macros were that I finished at for the day, which should be within my macro, like my macro numbers, but I just want to be able to look back and like see how well I really stuck to everything at the end of the month. My rant is over, but I just wanted to share that in hopes of like inspiring you guys maybe to set goals for yourself this month, or do something that's a little uncomfortable, or something that you have to discipline yourself a little extra for. I definitely think that disciplining yourself with like nutrition and fitness and stuff like that, that discipline and that momentum that you gain, the mental momentum, will trickle into other areas of your life, which is super powerful. I'm not driving anywhere. I'm gonna walk to the gym now and go work out and bring you guys along. Yeah, let's go.
He knows how to turn things up, and he knows what gets me going. Yeah, like a little text saying, hey, what's up? They look at me, I'm in a bad situation. Look at him, he's got a bad reputation. They be looking at us, thinking we are too much. Look at me, I'm in a bad situation. Look at him, he's got a bad reputation. They be looking at us. be good.
Buzzing, buzzing, and we're humming, humming, and we're loving, loving all day. Flying high like the birds and the bees, and we're feeling alive while we float with the breeze. Cause we're buzzing, buzzing, and we're humming.
Actually, I feel like you can't really tell that much. A couple notes. If it's like really cold, your coconut milk will harden. So when you get the coconut milk, you want to keep it in the cupboard so it doesn't harden, and you don't want your environment to be like too cold or it'll be hard. If it gets too cold, you can lightly warm it up on like a pan. I know it sounds really weird, but obviously you need it to be like relatively liquidy to make a chia seed pudding. Second note is that I have found some brands of coconut milk that work really well and some that don't. So no matter what brand you get, you want to make sure that you get full fat coconut milk, not reduced fat. Brands that I found that work the best are Native Forest, 365 Organic from Whole Foods, and Thai Kitchen. And then what else did I have to say? If you wanted it to be lower in fat, you could do like half of canned coconut milk and then half of like a plant-based milk, like oat milk or something like that, but it won't get as thick. I think that's everything, but I have tested so many different like ratios for chia seed pudding with milk and chia seeds, and I have just found that this works the best. It's 4 tablespoons like you saw of the chia seeds, 1 16-ounce can or 15-ounce can, whatever it is. 13.5-ounce can of full fat coconut milk, and the 365 from Whole Foods definitely works the best. Just mix it really well. A lot of times when you're mixing it, it will kind of like stick to the edges, so you have to like scrape it as you mix it, and you just have to keep it in the fridge then for at least, like in my opinion, like 3 to 4 hours or overnight, and you have like a perfect little on-the-go snack, a little on-the-go breakfast. Tons of healthy fats. It's really good with melted berries and raw nuts. Alright, so it is the next day, and I wanted to share my favorite, well, not my favorite, I wanted to share the books that I've read in 2020 so far, because I absolutely love all of them for different reasons. They're all very, very different books, but I love them. And I guess I could show you the one I'm reading right now too. The first one is called Love and Let Go. It's by Rachel Braven. She's Yoga Girl on Instagram, if you guys have ever seen her or you follow her or anything. But this book it's not like a biography, because it's only like maybe like a 10-year period of her life or so, but I've never been so invested in a book before. I literally think I read this in like 4 days, maybe 5 days. I could not put it down. It's just her whole entire story, but she tells it in like the most vulnerable and authentic way, and she just has a very, very, very powerful story. And it was cool because there were so many lessons throughout the book, but she told them and taught you them in a story form. So it's not like a businessy personal development kind of book where you're just like learning like nugget after nugget after tip after tip after tip. It's a story, a very compelling story with life lessons within it. So I couldn't recommend this anymore. Second book I read was this one from Sadie Robertson. If you guys don't know who she is, her family was on Duck Dynasty. That's how they got big. And then her family's very faithful, very religious in a very realistic way. They are huge on just like incorporating the Bible and Christianity, etc., into their life. And it's a really, really cool like take on everything. I will say I loved this book. It inspired me in a sense to grow closer to God and to like dive into my daily devotional and stuff like that more. But I did feel like it was slightly tailored to a younger demographic. I know she just came out with another book that seems like it's more tailored toward a larger demographic, but this I did feel like it was I just felt like it was a little, like I said, tailored toward a younger demographic. I love that I supported her. The book was really well written, and there's definitely a lot of really good like little, just like inspiring stories and inspiring like tips in it, but I wouldn't say it was like super powerful for me, but I really like her as a person, so I'm glad that I was able to support her. Third book. This is something I'm going to just continue reading all year because it's so little. 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. I read this about 5 years ago. Absolutely amazing book. It's by Deepak Chopra. And it's basically talking about the different laws of the universe, but in very simple terms, and how you can apply them to your everyday life. This is like extremely freaking powerful. I think this is one of the most powerful books I've ever read, and it's, I think, like 70 pages, yeah, 80 pages. So highly recommend this. It was like $5 on Amazon. And the last book that I read this year, well, so far, was Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Like, these books are all so different. This is like a Christian-y book. This is like a spirituality kind of book. This is like a manifestation, law of attraction kind of book. And then this is like a get in your face, get outside, do 500 push-ups until your arms are broken kind of book. If you guys don't know who David Goggins is, he was a Navy SEAL, and he's on, if you look him up on Instagram, he's the guy that's like always running without a shirt on and like giving you motivational speeches as you're running. But his book is basically his whole story from when he was a kid. It's kind of like this in a sense that it's a biography, but like a shortened version of their life and just lessons throughout it. Like, it's a story with life lessons in it. But this guy is like the hardest dude, I don't want to swear on here, but you guys can guess what I was going to say, the hardest dude ever. Like, he put himself through hell and back. He ran 100 miles with broken legs. Like, his story is just insane, and this book also I could not put down. I've found that I really like these kind of books, but yeah, his story is insane. I highly recommend this. It's a kick in the ass. Like, one of the reasons that I set the goals that I did for this month with my fitness was because of this book. Like, I'm just inspired to push myself physically more. So I highly recommend this. Okay, so let me show you the texture. It's really thick, so like if I were to eat a bowl of this, I would let it warm up a little bit. Look just how like creamy chia seed pudding is. It's so nice, and like it's just so enjoyable because it's like literally having like this like creamy bowl of chia seed pudding, and then you put some like warm melted frozen berries. I don't know, I guess some people might not like it really thick like that, but it's so good. It's so creamy. Coconut milk is naturally a little sweet, so you can add like a little maple syrup if it's good quality, or coconut sugar would be a really good one too. Vanilla extract's actually really good too. But coconut milk, like canned coconut milk, has so much flavor. It naturally does have like sweetness to it. So you really don't need to add much, and it just is so good. I really just want somebody to try this and tag me and like let me know what you think. But then what I would usually do, I'm not gonna eat any right now because I just had breakfast, but I would take frozen wild blueberries and frozen raspberries, put them in a pan on low heat, and just lightly warm them up to kind of like mash them up, melt them up, and then pour them over the chia seeds, and then add some raw nuts. I'm gonna end this video here. Me and Ben are filming our day in the life video for the second round of the Balanced Leader Search today, and I'm so excited because we were supposed to, like, originally the second video was gonna be what balance means to me / us, and I was like totally cool with that. We had the whole video outlined and like we were ready to do it, but my passion is like day in the life of vloggy style videos, so I'm pumped that we're making a day in the life for the second round. So we're doing that today. Stay tuned for that. I will be uploading it to my YouTube, but also to my Instagram TV, which is where we submit it. So stay tuned for that. But I'm gonna go edit this vlog, and I will see you guys in the day in the life video. Bye.